Good morning, children. Last class we have seen, we have completed the 4 theorems. You please practice nicely. Today we are going to start quadratic equations. In quadratic equations, I am going to start very important problems because already that sir completed in your regular classes. I am going to take only that word problems from quadratic equations. Okay, I'll just give a brief introduction about the quadratic equation. Then we'll start the problems. Okay. You know that the general form the general form of the quadratic equation is given by ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, dear children, here a, b, c, they are real numbers, and the main condition is a is not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0. Okay. Why here a is not equal to 0? Suppose a becomes 0, what will happen? Okay. Suppose a becomes 0, then this quadratic equation will be converted to a linear equation. Quadratic equation will be converted to a linear equation. Suppose a equal to 0, then this term, ax squared term, will be removed and we will be having only bx plus c equal to 0. Therefore, this is the quadratic equation. This becomes a linear equation. Linear equation means the power of the variable, here the power of the variable, it will become 1. Here the highest power of the variable, here it is 2. Okay, that's why it's a quadratic equation. And roots. For a quadratic equation, we will be having 2 roots. For a quadratic equation, we will be having 2 roots. Suppose you are finding square root of any number, then you have to write as plus or minus. Suppose you are getting plus or minus 4. Suppose the square root value is 4, you have to write plus or minus 4. It will take plus 4 and minus 4. Okay. Therefore, these are the basic things in quadratic equation. And again, for solving this quadratic equation problems, that is by factorization method and by formula method, these two problems are very important for your board exam. It will come for 2 marks. 100% it will come. Okay. Find the roots of the quadratic equation by formula method. The formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2e. This is the formula which we will be using for finding the roots of a quadratic equation. Okay, dear children, these are the things, basic things in this chapter. Now we will start the very important problems which will come for 3 marks. The word problems which will come for 3 marks. Okay. First problem I will write on the board. A train travels 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. Okay, dear children, see here, I'll read out the problem, then we'll start working out that problem. Okay, see here, whenever you read the problem, you have to keep in your mind what are the statements they are given. Okay, therefore, what is the time taken formula, all these things it must come in your mind. A train travels 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. Okay, if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. Okay, this is the question. Okay, first what they are given, a train travels 360 km. Therefore, you can write distance travel equal to 360 kilometers. We can write. Okay, dear children. Now we will assume, let the initial speed of the train, let the initial speed of the train will be equal to, you can take this one, equal to x kilometer per hour. You can take that one as x kilometer per hour. Okay, next step. Next you have to find the, because they have taken, if the speed had been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less, because they are now combining with time. Okay, therefore we have to find the time taken for the initial speed. Okay, next step we will be finding time taken for the initial speed. Will be equal to 360 divided by x hours. Time taken for the initial speed, you will get 360 divided by x hours. Okay, distance divided by speed. Okay, next one, they given speed have been 5 km more they have given. Therefore, time taken when speed is increased by 5 km per hour. Okay, now we have to find the time taken when the speed is increased by 5 km per hour. Okay, that will be equal to 360 divided by x plus 5 hours. Okay, dear children, so here once again I will tell you what are things we assume. Distance traveled, they have given 360 kilometers. Initial speed of the train, we are assuming it is x kilometer per hour. Since you know these two values, we are writing time taken for the initial speed. That will be equal to 360 divided by x hours. Okay. Next one, time taken when speed is increased by 5 km per hour will be equal to 360 divided by x plus 5 hours. Okay, dear children. Now we will go for the condition now. Now we got both the time taken for the initial speed, time taken when the speed is increased by 5 km per hour. Now we can go for the condition. What is the condition? It would have taken 1 hour less. It would have taken 1 hour less. That is the condition. Okay. Therefore, we will get like this: 360 divided by x plus 5 will be equal to 360 divided by x minus 1. Okay. From the initial time taken, 1 hour it will become less. That is the condition. Okay, that is the condition. Okay. Therefore, whenever you get a problem like this in your board exam, you have to think nicely, find the time taken. Suppose they are giving here time taken 2 hours less or 2 hours more. Less means you subtract minus 1 or minus 2. More means you add it, plus 2 or plus 1. Like that you can add it. Okay. Now we will take the LCM for the right hand side. Okay. Therefore, you will get 360 divided by x plus 5 will be equal to 360 minus x divided by x. 360 minus x divided by x. Okay, dear children, now you cross multiply. Next step, you are going to cross multiply 360 into x. You will get 360x will be equal to, here you multiply term by term. This into this you will get. Again, minus x into this, minus x into 5. You will get 4 terms. Okay, if you multiply this and this, you will get 4 terms. Therefore, first term you multiply 360 into x, you will get 360x. Next one, 360 into 5. Okay, 360 into 5, you will get 1800. Now you multiply this, minus x into x, you will get minus x squared minus 5x. Okay, dear children, this is the, now see here, you can cancel this and this, 360 and 360. You can cancel it. You bring these 3 terms to this side to make it a standard form of a quadratic equation. Therefore, first you write the x squared term, x squared plus 5x minus 1800 will be equal to 0. Okay, dear children, you can see here minus x squared comes to this side, it will become plus x squared. Minus 5x comes this side, it will become plus 5x. And plus 1800 comes this side, it will become minus 1800. Okay, now you have to find the factors for this. Okay, therefore here the coefficient of x squared is 1. Multiply this and this. Therefore you will get minus 1800. You have to find the factors. Okay, I'll give the factors. In your home you can find it afterwards. Okay, 45 and minus 40 you will get. You will get these two factors, 45 and minus 40. You will get for this 1800. Okay, for that also, how we are getting the factors? I will do it here. Say 1800 is that 1800 divided by 2. It will become 900 divided by 2. It will become 450. Again divided by 2. It will become 225. Again divided by 5. You will get 45. Again divided by 5. You will get 9. You will get 3. Okay, dear children, like this you go on dividing. Then what you have to do is you have to group the numbers. See here, 5 5s are 5 3s are 15. 15 3s are 45. These three numbers you can group it. It will become 45. These numbers you can group it. You will get 5 2s are 10, 20, 40. Like this you will get two factors, 40 and 45. Okay, dear children, you can see how you are getting that one. Go on dividing, then you have to group it. 5 3s are 15, 15 3s are 45. That is the one factor. 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 20 2s are 40. Okay. Now the main condition is if you multiply these two, you must get this number. If you add these two, you must get plus 5x. Okay. Therefore 45 minus 40, you will get plus 5. Okay, dear children. Now you have to substitute. You will get like this: x square plus 45x minus 40x minus 1800 will be equal to 0. Like this you have to substitute. Now from the first two terms, you can take x outside. You will get x plus 45. And from the next two terms, you can take minus 40 outside. You will get x plus 45 will be equal to 0. X into x plus 45 minus 40 into x plus 45 will be equal to 0. You will get. Okay. Now dear children, now you can see here, this is a separate term, this is a separate term, this is a separate term, this is a separate term. You can take x plus 45, you can take common, you will get x minus 40 will be equal to 0. Therefore, product of two numbers equal to 0, either this must be equal to 0 or this must be equal to 0. Therefore, you will get x plus 45 equal to 0, x minus 40 equal to 0. Here if you equate, you will get x equal to 40. That is the answer. Here if you equate, you will get x equal to minus 45. We can't take negative values. Therefore, you take only positive value. X is equal to 40. That is our answer. Therefore, the speed of the train equal to 40 km per hour. That is the answer for this problem. Okay, dear children. Last line I write it here. After this, speed of the train. Speed of the train will be equal to Therefore, dear children, therefore the speed of the train will be equal to 40 km per hour. That is the answer. Therefore, starting from a train travels, okay, all these steps you can write it neatly in a separate notebook and you can study nicely and you can try to get full 3 marks in the board exam. Okay, dear children. Okay, then we'll go to the next problem now. Next problem, which is second one. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 3/8 hours. The tap of the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one. To fill the tank separately. Find the time taken. Find the time taken. Okay, dear children, this is also almost, it is like the same type of problem. Okay, we will assume that the speed of the smaller tap, okay, that is, I'll draw a line here. Okay, we'll start here. Let the smaller tap fill the tank in X hours. We assume that the smaller tap fill the tank in X hours. Okay. Now what is the condition here? Larger tap takes 10 hours less than the given. Therefore, time taken by larger tap will be equal to X minus 10 hours. X minus 10 hours. Now, this is a different type of problem. You have to think. First, you have to calculate for 1 hour. Next, we will calculate for 9 3/8 hours. Like that, you have to go step by step. Okay. Therefore, time taken by smaller tap. I'll write ST. ST means smaller tap. Okay. ST means smaller tap. In 1 hour will be equal to 1 by X. Okay, dear children, it will be equal to 1 by X. Okay, next one. Time taken by larger tap in 1 hour will be equal to 1 by X minus 10. Okay, now they have given the time taken. It takes 9 3/8 hours. Okay, next you have to calculate for 9 3/8 hours. Therefore, time taken by smaller tap in 9 3/8 hours will be equal to 9 3/8 divided by X. Time taken by larger tap in 9 3/8 hours will be equal to 9 3/8 divided by X minus 10. Okay, now this is the condition now. Okay, next we have to go for the one more condition they given, that is it takes 10 hours less, and again both they fill the tank in some time they have given. Okay, therefore if you just add these two, you will get 9 3/8 divided by X plus 9 3/8 divided by X minus 10 equal to 1. If you add these two times, one tank it will get filled up. Okay, that's the meaning for this statement now. Okay, now you can take 9 3/8 common, you will get, if you just multiply 72, you will get 75/8 into 1 by X plus 1 by X minus 10 will be equal to 1. I have taken these two common outside. I am writing this one as 75/8. Okay, dear children. Now bring this number to the other side. You will get 1 by X plus 1 by X minus 10 will be equal to 8 by 75. Okay, now you have to take the LCM for the left hand side. Therefore, you will get x into x minus 10. You will get x minus 10 plus x will be equal to 8 by 75. Okay, here if you add it, you will get 2x minus 10 divided by, if you multiply this x into x, you will get x square minus 10x will be equal to 8 by 75. Okay, dear children, in the numerator you can take 2 common. In the numerator you can take 2 common. If you take 2 common, you will get x minus 5 divided by x square minus 10x equal to 8 by 75. This 2 and 8 you can cancel, you will get 4 here. 2 and 8 you can cancel, you will get 4. Now you can cross multiply, you will get, I'll write it here, 75x minus, okay, 75 into 5, you will get 375 you will get, okay, minus 375 will be equal to 4x square minus 40x. 4x square minus 40x. Okay, dear children. Now you can bring these two terms to the other side. Okay, therefore you will get the quadratic equation 4x square minus 115x plus 375 will be equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Once I will check it, 4x square minus 115x plus 375 will be equal to 0. Now you have to find the factors. Okay, if you find the factors, you have to multiply this and this. You will get 375 into 4, you will get 1500. The factors are minus 100 and minus 15. These are the two factors, dear children. These are the two factors. Okay. Now what you have to do is, already I told you, because here the coefficient of x squared is how much here? It is 4. Coefficient of x squared is 4. Therefore you divide. You divide this one by 4, this also by 4, you will get minus 25. Okay? You will get minus 25. Dear children, you will get minus 25. Therefore, the answer is this minus 25. The final answer you will get minus 25 will become plus 25. Therefore, x is equal to 25. This is the answer. You do one thing, dear children. These two factors, you can take it as a homework. Okay? These two factors you can substitute in this equation and try to get this answer. X equal to 25 is the answer. Therefore, what is the x here? We assume here. That is smaller tap. Fill the tank in how many hours? 25 hours. Therefore, the final answer, I will write it here. Smaller tap, 25 hours. And the larger tap will be equal to 25 minus 10. You will get 15 hours, that is the answer. Therefore, smaller tap takes 25 hours and larger tap takes 15 hours. That is the answer. Dear children, it's a very, very, very important problem. Practice nicely and try to just know all these factors, how to find the factors. These things only, you must not make any mistake. If you make any one mistake, then you lose full marks in your board exam. Okay. Therefore, you have to be very careful. Signs, mainly signs, minus sign. Whenever it comes for minus sign, see here, these two factors. One, I have taken both minus. Why? Because minus into minus, it will become plus here. If you add these two numbers, minus 100, minus 15, you will get minus 115. Okay, dear children. Therefore, if you multiply these two factors, you must get this number. If you add these two numbers, you must get the middle number, minus 115. Okay. Now again, the same time, I will just show you how we are getting the factors. It is 1500 divided by 2, 750 divided by 2, you will get 375 divided by 5, 7 5s are 35, 225, 75, again divided by 5, you will get 15 divided by 5, you will get 3. Okay, what are the factors? They are getting 100. Okay. This way. This you will get 100, this you will get 15. Like this you are getting the factors. Like this you will get the factors 100 and 15. Therefore, If you simplify this, if you substitute these values, you will get the answer. Dear children, it's a very important problem. Therefore, already time over now, half an hour over now. Tomorrow we can continue in the next classes. I'll give you some important problems. As already I told you, these YouTube classes I am going to make it. As a very important classes, because now these classes we have to make it useful. Therefore, these videos you can see so many times, and you can learn a lot of things from these videos. Okay, dear children, bye bye, take care.